Alrighty, guys, welcome back to our third episode of Beyond the Greats. Today, we're going to talk about,
What to do with your evenings.
yes, what to do with our evenings. So, would you want to introduce our topic for today? Because you, the one bringing
So I thought of this because every evening kind of seems like a war, like just being torn by each domain and so many different areas to work on. And it's just like so many ways it can go wrong, and even when it goes right, it still feels like it's gone wrong. So it's good to some people just like to be a workaholic, just like work through the whole evening and completely burn themselves out because they don't sleep, or they do sleep, it's not well. And okay. Yeah, so it's burnout, there's building a, and now we're going to be talking about building a fulfilling routine that balances work with personal growth and enjoyment.
Sorry, what? Oh, so, right, so we're going to talk about the part where usually, people have work in the mornings. So this is where we talk about how the evening matters, right? So usually after work, you'll feel tired, right? So that's why it's also very important for you to have proper sleep, but also set the intention that you're gonna use the evenings as a day where you set your tone to mentally rejuvenate yourself and to prepare for the next day, because the reason why you want to prepare for the next day is because you don't want to, how do you say, try and decide what you want to do at that moment, because that's going to take a lot of like your brain power away, right? Because we have a limited amount of brain power, especially when you come back from work. You have less than when you have it in the morning. So we will want to avoid decision fatigue, basically. So you can make more productive choices in the evening when you prepare your schedule for the next day, right? So reasoning is, when people who struggle with being just productive in general, or like what to do with their free time, when you don't have anything planned out, you're more likely to do the more instant gratification stuff. So with me, it's like when I don't do the proper habits, I will like instead like fill the void by going on my phone and watching YouTube videos or watching people playing games, or those type of things. So replacing that entertainment with replacing socializing with the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So we would want to avoid, actually not avoid, but you don't want to replace your socializing with instant gratification thing like that.
Yeah, and also you don't want to just keep working. And so it's important to be mindful of your time, or you're just going to get pulled by whatever happens, and usually it's not good. So we're going to tell you how to make the good things happen. So how the conflict is between what to do between work, relaxing, and playing. So the questions are: should you keep working? Should you relax, or should you have some fun? The benefits of squeezing a little bit of productivity, like there's benefits to being productive, like doing some more work. But it's not worth the risks of overworking and going down the slippery slope of burnout. So it's between. This is so awkward.
So what's the point you're trying to get into?
Let's talk about relaxing a little bit. The importance of relaxing and winding down for the long term mental health. So there's activities you can rejuvenate, reversing like going on, such as like doing like regular meditation, journaling. But you guys know that already. But there's also, we gotta also talk about how do you do that, which we'll get into later. Like, how do you make sure you actually do those things?
Like, so let's say, for example, effectively meditate, right?
Just like kind of like that. Like, we'll talk about accountability
Okay.
to actually do those.
Alright.
And should you have fun and there's value in joyful activities for mental health and social connection, but there's also pitfalls of seeking instant gratification and over meaningful enjoyment. And yes, I'm just reading out the slides. Okay, by the way, you can open up your Google Docs. Yeah, I moved your.
Oh yes, exactly.
Okay, we can make like pull the things aside, make it bigger. That should be good enough. So yeah, it's fun activities like fun activities. Yeah, like I like watching some stand-up comedy, or just going out to see some friends. Playing some sports is fun, but it's good to do once in a while because it's not really important or urgent. I guess in a way it is important, but it's nothing like it'll always be there. Shit, how do you explain how like it's important to go play some sports
Well, like
when it's not really that important?
it's important because so exercising in general, when you exercise and move your body, you're pumping out new blood, basically, and you're replacing the old blood away, basically. I don't know the science between that, but like basically, when you have more new blood in your system, you feel more refreshed, and it's like you took a shower for your blood, basically. And it's also very important because you get to bond with other people. You need that. You want to bond with other people. You have other things to look forward to, that type of things, and
Double whammy.
yeah, double whammy. What does that mean?
Like you're doing two birds with one stone. So you're doing exercising and you're also doing socializing.
Yeah, exactly. I do a 2-in-1,
Me
basically.
and Kat like already work out in the mornings, so we don't really need like a one like the minutes of exercising. But we do need to like. I guess it's good to work out like twice a day too. Sometimes
Yeah,
because like if you work in the morning, by the end of the day, like all the energy's already gone.
exactly. So, yeah, so that's why it's also very important to socialize. Just take your mind away from work.
Hell yeah, important.
Then overcoming Groundhog Day, so that you can go.
And so being mindful, like taking control of the evenings, can help you overcome the feelings of Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day is when every day feels the same. So like you don't have any measurable progress, and you also are stagnating in personal growth and social engagement. So the strategies to break this cycle are to track your efforts through journaling and habit trackers. I use an app called Habit. It's called Habit. It's like free, nothing to download, so it's pretty great. It has reminders too. It took me a while to like learn how to use it, but it's great. And set micro goals to create a variety of
Variety and a sense of achievement. So,
like I have like a spreadsheet with all my goals, like kind of like 4 goals a day,
yeah,
and it's kind of like nice to have a timeline to see like what I'm doing is what's going to lead to. But these tasks I'm doing, it's for a module, and they're like really big, so I can't really finish them in a day. And so the most I can do is like make sure I'm working at least like 5 hours a day on these things. And I want to get more too, so what I can measure is my goals. I'm 5 hours, I want to get to like 9 hours. And yeah, for now, like things are actually going like pretty good. Like it doesn't feel like Groundhog Day.
yeah.
I got like a coach. How about you?
For me, no, I don't. I wouldn't say it feels like Groundhog Day, because I just got back into like meditating and just how do you say, like like being able to I feel like I'm getting access to my own brain again, because for a while I've been like in a rut. I've been like I noticed I've been eating a lot of like carbs and I notice when I eat like a lot of carb, or just eat a lot of food, I notice that I just become more lazy because I'm like digesting the food and everything. But like no, I wouldn't say I don't. I would say I feel like Groundhog Day today, especially when we're working on this podcast and I'm looking forward to also doing like other work, like helping out like with a friend for his squash thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
he sent the clip, so I'm gonna see what's up with that, and then yeah, like I don't like the only time I feel like the only time I feel like I nowadays that I feel Groundhog Day is when like it's like when you try like socialize and make new friends because like not, it's rare to find people who are like very purposeful or like first like they're socialized they like to socialize and all but like to be on the path of like being more productive, like it's rare to find that type of like people basically. Like if I'm not friends like those type of people, I notice that I'm more friends with people who are like to watch movies or like games. Like I like watching movies a lot, but I don't want that to be our own like whole. I don't want that to be like our only like thing we talk about or like inside jokes. I want to talk about more deeper things. So I don't know where I was going about it with that, but yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Okay, yeah. So Groundhog Day, and you can also celebrate your small wins, combat feelings of how do you fucking say this?
Achievement. You can't say achievement.
Monotony.
Oh, monotony.
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 Yeah. So which is just you could explain it. Something like repetitive.
So monotony, it's like when you're living a life where it's like yeah, repetitive, but it's like very dull, very like you don't have anything to look forward to. Like you're just living a mundane life. Let's say like you wake up, you brush your teeth, you maybe eat your breakfast, you go to work, come back from work, and I don't know, you go on your phone, like, you go to the gym, but you just don't have anything to look forward to. Basically, you just live a life of just mediocrity. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I guess I think I usually feel like that, but maybe it's because today's Friday or something. I just don't feel like that at all. Or maybe it's because I got like some feedback from my little mentor.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to make those changes. Yeah, this is like not a good day to do this, I guess. Not a good day for talking about this, but maybe another day soon. I'll make sure that it's like going really bad and then I'll start talking about it. Feelings. Yeah, sorry guys, we'll talk about this another time.
Alright.
Okay, and oh yeah, so there's also.
Wait, hold on.
How the hell?
It's alright. Sorry, guys. I just realized the camera was off.
And also celebrate your small wins. So at the end of the day, it's so good to just be able to list out the things you've done that day. Like make a list of like 10, 20 wins. Like most times you're gonna feel like you're just listing out things that you've like done that you didn't really plan to do. But it's so good to like look back and know you've done amazing work and you didn't know how you're gonna do it, but you got it done anyways, and you can adapt. And that like really builds your confidence and makes you able to look forward to more challenges that you know you can complete and get this feeling again. Being present.
Okay.
So yeah, I have this habit app like that tells me like that gives me notifications about like how much I just have it measuring my time. So it tells me like at like noon and like 5 p.m. like notifying to like update my habit tracking, and I can also write a memo with the daily habit.
I see.
So I just put like what I've done like that evening or that morning, and I write at noon. And let's talk about the burnout causes and remedies. So the causes, overworking without acknowledging your progress can cause you to burn out, and also neglecting social and emotional creative needs. Emotional,
Neglecting social, emotional, and creative needs.
yeah, like we all have domains that we need. Remember that video we watched before this? It was talking about everyone. We have needs to learn, to live, to love, to learn,
To live.
and leave a legacy.
Yeah.
So like, I guess me and Cab are kind of spiritual. He's religious. I'm just a dude. He's a Christian, not religious. That's not religion, right?
Relationship with Jesus.
And I just think about it like as lifting your high vibes, getting high vibrations, and Kev would say connecting with God. So by putting these things off, you become so like dull, empty, tired, and like a very like one-dimensional kind of person.
Give an example of one-dimensional.
Just like someone who can't, yeah, like we were talking about earlier, like a robot, like a guy who has I guess this is from another topic, but
Masculine.
yeah,
100% masculine. Yeah.
exactly. So by like just focusing on like your work, like you kind of shit, it's so bad. I can't even explain it.
Like, wait, what were you going about?
Explain what happens when you neglect it. Like what happened. Like obviously,
Yeah, so like when you neglect, like let's say your social aspect of your life or emotional or creative need, you're basically neglecting yourself. You're like neglecting, how do you say, exploring like your interests, your hobbies, like what makes you you, you know? Because if you're just always just working, you're just becoming like a robot, and you're having trouble to connect with people. Maybe you're connecting with people who are also like robots too, but like you're not like gonna be fulfilled because you're gonna figure out you're gonna have trouble figuring like who you are as a person, right? So that's why you should never neglect your social, emotional, and your creative needs, because when you can neglect that, you're not living life fully, and you're just existing basically. And God didn't put you in this world just to exist. He wants you to actually experience. So
yeah, maybe it's kind of hard for me to answer this because there's so many different kinds of work people do, and so many different kinds of like people can find the work like creatively, emotionally, and socially like engaging. But for those who don't, or after a while, they even them will have like start to
feel burnout, right?
yeah, like they're like it'll start to like not be fulfilling in those kind of ways anymore.
Because I think because probably like they probably fulfill that purpose already.
So they just gotta get used to it. Like like people have to do like some creative work. Like at first like your work will seem creative, but after a while it's like really not, and you'll start to like lose these muscles and forget how to express yourself.
Yeah, but also, I think it's also like just like when
I guess I don't really know what creative needs are. Like I don't paint. I don't really play instruments right now.
creative needs could be can coding low-key be a creative need too?
I guess so. Yeah,
Be
it's
like-
literally creating something. It's not like oh I want some little pink there, some little flowers. It's literally creating from scratch.
I like to think of creative needs like it's like there's no rules to it. It's like you have ideas and you just do it.
Yeah, using your brain like
There's no like
to-
rules like oh you have to do this. Like that creativity is just making something off your imagination. You know?
Emotional is like your ways of being. So when you get like down, I hate saying like when you get down and start to tell yourself low vibe words such as I'm hateful, I hate this, or boring, apathy, which is I don't care, you just lose connection with your present moment. And social is like you have like a battery, which like socializing kind of fills it up. So remedies, okay. Maybe we shouldn't have explained it so much, God damn it. We could have just said it.
How about
I
the
guess, yeah, here are the remedies. Let's see what we have not talked about yet. We may have not. Scheduling essential recovery time. So every day, going on a limb here.
schedule essential recovery time?
Like just a bunch of times you can bunch of different kinds of times you can schedule. Like recovery is one of them. So recovery time would just be some time to rejuvenate by relaxing, hot bath,
Well,
all that stuff.
here you can talk about the
This guy's book.
well that, but also like the technique you do.
Which one is that?
It's the one where you work for, let's say, for like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, Pomodoros.
Pomodoro, yeah.
Uh-uh.
Talk about your Pomodoro.
We're talking about the evenings. I don't really know if Pomodoros would be good for the evenings, but you can use Pomodoros on your recovery routines too.
Alright.
But yeah, Pomodoros are kind of meant for like the day for work, not like long-term Pomodoros are not going to help. We're talking about like a direction. And rotate between work, growth, relationships to maintain balance. Yeah, so I guess you could use Pomodoros maybe to have some goals for your evenings where you can like switch between doing a little bit of extra work and growing, which would be some journaling, exercise even, meditating, and relationships like seeing your friends, socializing, maybe give someone a call, if your friends live nearby, or going out, go to some clubs, new activities, learn something, set some time, like there's essential recovery time, but there's also essential socializing time. So, because I usually just like kind of decide last minute, okay, I want to go to church, okay, I want to go to volleyball, even though they're on the same night, so I can only get to go to one anyways. Maybe I'll find some like other nights, so I'll look into that.
Maybe like planning that out the
Yeah.
day before.
Yeah, so like when I'm like feeling like lonely, I can like okay, I'm going out later tonight for volleyball, or even like I'm going out tomorrow.
I see.
A couple days. You can spread it out a little bit and practice mindfulness to stay present and manage stress. Yeah, like you like to meditate and stuff. The role of masculine. Let's talk about the role of masculine and feminine energies. So, explain the importance. I'm like telling you. As
Okay,
I like think of this. Cav, explain the importance of balancing action-oriented masculine with energy with the nurturing, restorative feminine energy.
Alright, so I'm just talking about what it provides. I'm not talking about the personality necessarily. So, okay, so the masculine energy is more about it talks about more. So it's like a tunnel vision to that goal. It's like you don't let anything get in your way. No matter like if there's like some bats coming in the way or some guy shooting at you, like you just get that away. You know, so because the masculine energy is all about achieving from A to B, just A to B, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter of that, you know. But at the same time, right? The guys, we're not no one in this world is 100% masculine. Like obviously there are people out there where they're more masculine than others, but we're not 100% masculine, right? So that's when the feminine comes into play, where she helps us to rejuvenate us by nurturing us, by basically restoring our energy. And the way they restore their energy to the masculine is by, caring for them, to we basically provide them with positive affirmation, even them touching you, to get you hard, basically. You know what I'm saying? But like what I'm saying is, the feminine energy helps to rejuvenate you and just to take you away from work. Even it helps you take you away from thinking about work. That's what the feminine energy is basically about. So that's why the masculine and the feminine, they both need each other, because without each other, we won't have a functioning society. Everyone would just be all like depressed, basically, like how it is nowadays. So
Yeah, you kind of become like a shell of a human rather than like an actual being.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share some examples for integrating these energies into evening routines. So of course, journaling, meditation. Well, journaling you can like reflect on the day with reflect on the day or like practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Meditation, you could relax with mindfulness or breath work. Stretching, yoga, release the tension and ground yourself. Find some like, routines on YouTube or some apps. There's creative work, art, so you can script, sketch, write, or play music. I don't know if that's playing, that's some creative. Just some dancing, create some dance moves, your own flow. Just having cooking or tea, so prepare something mindfully. Taking a bath, having a calm bath with some candles and oils. I just put like Epsom salt and some bath foam. Really hot bath, I got a new heater. And it's heartfelt connection, so talk to a loved one or spend time with a pet. I got some hairy ass retarded pets upstairs and I left my boy Cav.
I ain't got no pets. I got the pillow.
Oh, nice. Pet the pillow. Yeah, you got some loved one to talk to, right, Cav?
Yeah, my mom,
Yeah.
my brother.
Amen. There's, okay, yeah, for these, I'll getting back to it. These are a little long list. I'm explaining them all, so it's taking a little bit long. It's feminine energy activities to integrate into your eating routines. There's sensory relaxation. So, what the hell's aromatherapy? Soft lighting.
Where? Aromatherapy.
Aromatherapy or soft lighting.
Sorry guys, we got this on ChatGPT, so we gotta figure out
Google
what
that. Sounds okay. And there's stargazing, so enjoy the night sky and connect with wonder.
Yeah, those are examples to like just escape from work, you know?
Escape the masculinity. Oh no, bring masculine, bring femininity.
Give her a
Not
break.
escaping anything.
Hey man, it's like an engine. You can't just let it keep running. You gotta give it a break sometimes.
Lift your vibes, connect God. Okay, so building and accountability and avoiding isolation.
Yeah.
So isolation happens when, very often, when people are on self-improvement and they feel solitary because the lack of external accountability.
Yeah.
So basically, no one's going to, when you're like improving yourself, no one else is like improving themselves. So you're gonna be spending a lot of time by yourself doing your healthy habits, and it can feel like the more effort you put in, the further you get away from people, because you spend less time with them and having less things in common, and they'll probably even want to try to get you to stop doing that, stop working on yourself.
Yeah.
So it can feel very this isolating. So how to stay accountable is to join or create communities that align with your goals, like a gym group, book a club, a book club, or a mastermind group. So we've probably heard this so many times or before, but like me and Cav, we realized that we both have like pretty bad evenings, which is kind of questionable why we're talking about this, but we've done our talking and now we get to grow from this, and we're going to be start calling each other at like 6 p.m. to say like, hey, like it's time to meditate, put your computer down, and like do your routine after bedtime routine, get ready for bed.
Meditate together, yeah.
Yeah, do some meditation on the phone, I guess. See how that goes. It's gonna be kind of weird, but it's for the best. You can never say no to accountability, you know.
I use this app called Merido
Adido.
for meditation. But the one thing I don't like about it is like I don't like putting. I sometimes don't like putting guided meditation because I'll be meditating and just this person always just talking. They'll be quiet. I'm trying to meditate.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, come back to the breath.
Yeah.
Never left the breath. Shut up.
And it's like I think it helps people who are trying to get into meditation but like I don't know.
Yeah, like almost every guided meditation is like for beginners.
Yeah.
There's no advanced beginner, no advanced guided meditations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an option to take away the voice though. Just keep maybe the sound.
Mhm. So you can use tools for accountability, like habit trackers, or even accountability buddies, to stay consistent. So like, use your phone. You can like see like, oh, I've done like perfect this week, or I've got like 6 out of 7. Let's go for 7 out of 7 next week. And you can acknowledge that the perfection isn't the goal, but it's progress. So you're not like comparing your score like to like what you want it to be. You're comparing it to what it was the day before. So like right now, I want to be studying like 9 hours a day, but I'm only studying 5. I could be like, oh, like I'm almost not even getting half. But the day before, I did like 0, so it's actually very good. And with that mindset that I'm doing good, it's the only way I'm gonna get better.
Mm.
Facts. Mm-hmm. You ever use some tools like that, Cav?
Wait, what was it too? Sorry.
You ever use some kind of tools like that, some kind of thinking mindsets for
No, I don't.
avoiding perfection but getting progress?
No, I don't I actually don't. I don't know. Like I do. Yeah, sometimes I do have that perfection mindset, but I don't know. I just think about like I don't know. Like I always just think about like just the end goal. I don't really. It's like as long as I reach the end goal, it's like I don't like in between. Like I don't think about like trying to be perfect or like this podcast. Not even perfect. So it's like I don't even know like what perfection means necessarily. Like actually, well, I know what it is, but it's like I also think realistically, in a point where it's like obviously we don't have the proper lighting. We have this one mic and audio interface, and it's like we're just improvising with the things we have, you know. So it's like as long as we're actually doing it, and we're not just like thinking like, oh, like I need to get the perfect lighting, or I need to get 2 mics, I need to get a mic stand, I need to get noise cancelers wall, whatever those things are called, you know. So I think I nowadays I just think about more about progress than perfection because you can never get the time back, you know. You can never buy time back. Time is always just keep going, and you never want to waste time basically, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good example. I didn't even like if we didn't like try to film like this, we wouldn't have even known that it didn't sound that good, and that there's like more space to grow with 2 mics maybe. And also, like our first podcast we filmed like almost a year ago. Remember that one on the couch here?
Yeah.
Like the power went out, and like we just talked about girls the whole time.
Yeah,
Like
it was
that was a big. That's a big. We are on a lot of progress so far.
yeah, definitely.
In our 3rd episode, and it's we'll probably get under 2 hours this time, so that'd be great. So let's get to this. Building an ideal evening routine. So look,
Choose Tesla. Building an ideal you can
I guess
I agree with the last part with the you can use the evening as like using to plan for tomorrow, you know, and yeah, like I agree with that part.
yeah, just some journaling.
Journaling, yeah.
Okay, but let's focus on this work one first. So you can have some work activities in the evening,
Mhm.
but they should be ones that support your long-term goals and give you a sense of completion for the day.
Yeah.
What the hell would that be? I guess that'd be like work related, so kind of similar, like just doing some time blocking, like just some like
So it's like working on micro goals that'll help you lead to achieving your big goals. So it's
Yeah.
like for you it could be something like within the coding. It could be like watching those modules, and that will help you get closer to a robotic field, or even like networking could be like which you closer to that opportunity. You know?
Yeah, I think these are supposed to be like working in the evening. That's supposed to be like a small task. So doing something like technically doing time blocking and reflecting is like kind of work related since it gets you better at your work.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing it for fun, even though maybe it is kind of fun.
I see.
But then there's like relaxation, practicing intentional relaxation with activities like journaling, stretching, and guided meditation. And then your ideal evening routine could have some fun. So making time for activities that spark joy and recharge your creative energy. Like I told you before, I like to watch some stand-up comedy. And what was the other thing? Did I say something else?
Stand-up comedy. Well, I did mention about
Going to volleyball.
volleyball. Or like, I guess the creative part I was mentioning about you making the apps. You know, like, be creative. You know.
Yeah, I guess like maybe some kind of like task that's kind of related to work, but not completely. Different kind of work task. Yeah, like doing some brand building now. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it now. Okay. Preparation for tomorrow, so using the evening to plan your next day's priorities and set the stage for success.
Yeah.
You do some things like I don't know, my routine has like some stretching, massage gun, reading something from Brianna Weiss, like that. I guess these books, like 365-day kind of books.
Yeah.
They have like some kind of like mindfulness thing to read at evening.
Okay.
It's like really deep stuff. Like talks about how like when you're struggling, it's like kind of like a really important part because people try to like just get out of struggling at all costs.
Yeah. I usually like in my nighttime routine. I usually like to like stretch, and then like read the Bible for a bit, or listen to audiobook of it, and then just like meditate. I guess what I plan to do today, like stretch, read the Bible, and then meditate. Try to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I call each other at 6 a.m. today,
I'm not-
put that in our Google Calendar.
Yeah, like okay. That means like okay, I'll meditate for that, and I'll also meditate when I go to sleep. So
Sure thing, man.
the more the better, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I didn't bring up like how important it is to relax, do some relaxing stuff because
Because you don't relax.
yeah, like we were talking about this before we got started. Like I kind of often go to sleep very tense and stressed. Like I'm trying to solve something. When in reality, I'm just lying there, trying to like fall asleep. Like maybe it'll be nice to solve something, like solve an argument or something. I don't know what the hell. Usually I'm usually thinking about like coding algorithms when I'm like out in public. But when I'm going to bed, like I can't. There's something that I can really do. I should have done that already by like my journaling, just right. But when I'm going to bed, it takes more than just common sense. You gotta actually do some activities, like journaling, stretching, guided meditation. I think there's some other things too, like just prepping for the next day, like filling my water bottles, time blocking, setting some goals for the next day, and time blocking for the next day. What I'm going to do each hour. I can find that what I'm doing the next day from going to my like weekly planner or my habits, my timeline.
Yeah. Let's see.
And before we were this podcast, we were talking a little bit of what is the addiction personality, addictive personality.
Yeah, you have an addicting personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like I kind of I guess I just don't like to change. It's so like unpopular or like uncommon for me to want to change what I'm doing. So
Oh.
it takes me like a while to get started my work, and like I guess I haven't really done much. I kind of I've done a couple hours of work, but it's 4 p.m. Like it's almost the end of the day, and I'm gonna want to do like at least want to do like 7 hours, but I really should just do like maybe a couple. And hit the hay. Like if I've been working all day, like it's so hard for me just to like stop the momentum, put like a pause on it, like say okay, let's go to the next stop until the next day. Should I just like explain my story? My
Yeah.
little
Go ahead. Go ahead.
addictive personality story. So like basically I don't drink because for one I don't think there's any occasion like to drink. Like it's nothing that important where it's like okay it's good to just damage my health, and you kind of like lose 2 days by drinking because that's the time you drink, and then the next day you're hungover, so that's also another day you lost. It's just such like a productive thing. Can't work out after too, but also I know if I drink I'm gonna party like not stop. I was like, it's like, oh, this gets rid of my like social anxiety or whatever. Oh, let's go like stop talking to me. Let's pretend cool. And same thing with smoking weed. Like I went on a road trip with my ex and her friends, and one of her friends bought weed, and I was like, are you like stupid? What are you doing? I was genuinely like triggered. I don't know, like genuinely like making fun of her, I guess.
You're high.
No, I wasn't high. I was just making. I was like just giving her a hard time for drinking weed. I was like, she's such a loot. Like yeah, like how empty is she? That's such a dumb idea. Like why do you gotta smoke weed on a trip? But then, I guess like at some point I had like some gummies. She gave me some gummies and like let me hit the joint a couple times, and then I almost like every time I saw her after that during the trip I was like, is it smoke time? Smoke break? And yeah, so that was crazy. I seem like a huge hypocrite or whatever, but I just changed so quick, and it's because I have an addictive personality, I guess. Like, we can also talk about how when people become more people like. What was your thing? That's like you kind of watch too much YouTube, so like people kind of like go off the hinge, off the rails with their vices, I guess. Like things they're easily controlled by their vices.
Yeah.
When like most like technician doctors, people would say like, oh, the devil is in my device. I used it for 12 hours straight. When it's really that they don't tell you this, but it's usually because people have something going on in their life that they don't have any control over. So by doing these actions, these vices, gives them a sense of control. So me trying to like do work in the evening obviously gives me a sense of control when I should just be going to bed. Like even if I do get something done, it's like I probably have achieved enough that day already. Like I can just look at my habit sheet, habit memos. Like obviously I'm not gonna like have much work done. I'm gonna have like, oh, I put the podcast, worked on the podcast for a couple of hours with Cav, and it's just like something to be mindful of. Like, what is it that's controlling you? What is it that is making you feel like a lack of sense of control? And what do you think? What do you think someone could do after that? They realize what's making them feel.
Not like a lack of sense of control.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
Something difference.
yeah, that. But like, I feel like getting like like becoming more self-aware of let's say for example, like you worried about money, like you should get a self-awareness. Like you should journal about like, oh, why is it money? Like why? Like what about money that you know? I guess like with money, like, oh, you don't have enough money. Why is that? You know, like is it because you're spending a lot of money, and you feel like you have to spend money just so. Let's say for example, you have to please this girl, or like you want to fill this void, basically, and it's like I feel like yeah, we said like meditation definitely does help because meditation, you're able to separate yourself from your emotion. You know, when you're able to observe your emotion, your thoughts. Like now that you're able to observe your thoughts without your emotion getting in the way, you're more likely to not do those habits, basically. You know, and I know for some people meditation is harder than others, but I feel like if you just start doing it for like, for let's just say like even if you start doing it for a couple seconds and you just continue doing it more and more, you're gonna start feeling the benefits of basically just being in control. Like they say like to get over your addiction, literally is basically mostly about breathing technique, because a lot of the time when people see other people suffering, they don't want to help that person necessarily, but if like you say let's say if you're breathing, you do meditation pretty often, and like you talk about your problems and all, maybe some people will be surprised by it, but like it's interesting because like um, when you notice when people like meditate a lot, you can tell like they're more calm and not like emotional. They don't emotionally just react. They don't just react with their emotion. So like I feel like more people will want to be around you because people want to be around people who they feel good around. So like, yeah, I feel like with that like I guess to get over what was the question again?
What can people do after they realize what is making them feel a lack of sense of control?
Yeah, I guess to have more control is to start meditating. I feel like when you start meditating, you're able to self-reflect more easily, and then after that, then you can go about it. Then you can when you figure out like what the specific thing is, then you can do your research on how you can overcome that problem. You know, that's what I believe.
Yeah, like after you do that, you can see like you just don't have control over it, and you'll accept it. Just focus more on the things you can control, and it's good to notice when you're going through a tough time, because you'll see that it's you get to like take like a special like easy kind of effort on yourself.
Yeah.
Be more in a relaxed state than a crisis state.
Like well, my thing is like cause let's say I'm fasting today, right? And like let's say I saw all of your delicious food upstairs, right? I could have been like, oh, I want to eat your food, and let that trigger me, right? But I think we should also add this too, like it's a lot of it's also your self image, like how you see yourself. So like let's say you're an overweight person, you're trying to lose weight. The reason like why you're struggling with that is because it's not because you overeat, but it's because you still see yourself as a person who overeats, basically. And you're just like in this loop where like you label yourself as that, And I feel like the best step to get rid of that like label of yourself is like obviously to meditate, but also consciously just uh, do the opposite of what you do. So let's say if you're an overweight person and like, you have a decision to eat like a cake or like you eat a brownie or like a banana, like you can always start off by first eating the banana and then eat the cake. You can start off as that, and next time it could be like you eat like two bananas and then that cake. So it's like with that fat person, like you should eat the healthy food first and then reward yourself with the junk food, just so like you're more likely to stay on this goal. And also when you eat those healthy food, it'll fill you up more, and you won't have space to eat those junk food. Because healthy food fills you up. So yeah, I feel like losing weight is not a problem. It's just I don't know. I don't understand how. Like if you're always going out and eat, I guess so. But I think that's just more like a spending habit than eating problem.
Yeah, and how can you connect this person to like someone else who has like a different kind of issue and
So
being
like
overweight?
I guess that old friend he like smokes weed a lot. Well the thing with him is like the problem with him I noticed is like he always has the same routine. He just wakes up and smokes the first thing he does, like goes to the garage and smoke. So it's like every time he goes to the garage, or like actually no, not even just that. Like actually yeah, like every time he goes to the garage, it's a place where he smokes because that's what he always does in the garage. So he labeled as a smoking place to do. But the thing with him is like he doesn't have much. he's not doing much with his life. He's just like he's basically just, I guess, like he does go to he is going to school and he wants to start like a clothing brand and stuff like that. But like
Pretend he wants to do something with his life.
I feel like it's that too, but it's also like he's not being honest with himself. I didn't mention that part, but like I feel like you should also be honest with yourself. Be honest with what you're if what you're doing is actually helping you, or
Yeah.
if it's damaging you.
Yeah, so like being honest, that honesty is kind of similar to like having that banana before your cake.
Yeah,
You want to always eat your veggies before your dessert.
yeah, exactly. Because like when you have, because dessert's not supposed to be big. It's supposed to be just a little treat, you know. That shouldn't be the first thing, you know. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
it's like I remember when I used to be a kid. The first thing I would eat is like a cereal. Those should be all sugared up, like those Fruit Loops cereal, and like, oh my god, they're delicious. But it's like when you really think about it, it's like why did they promote us kids to eat that the first thing in the morning? You know, maybe like that's why I wasn't able to learn in school properly with the carbs.
Such a
and sugar.
confusing time. Yeah, that's definitely why.
Yeah, sure. But like, it's good. Like nowadays, like we're much more open about eating healthier foods and whole foods. Because back then, like only like some people were eating healthy, but like it wasn't as talked about as much. Like 2010, but like now it's like so important. So you know, we progress a lot. You know, we progress a lot as a humanity.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to closing thoughts. So the key strategies for balancing productivity, rest, and enjoyment are having evenings, like acknowledging that your evenings matter, and balancing the conflict of work, relaxing, and play, overcoming Groundhog Day feelings by noticing the great things you do that day, by having like micro goals and tracking your efforts,
Yeah.
and avoiding your burnout. Avoiding burnout by by like taking care of your social, emotional, and creative needs, and acknowledging your progress like before,
Mm.
and having like your balancing like your masculine and feminine energy, so doing tasks you wouldn't normally do, just for that like that spark, like feminine like chemistry. Or Cameron always kind of talks about like men and women together, but we're not gonna. I'm not gonna push you to talk to someone with the potential, with the what, the hope of marrying them, just to like
Oh yeah. You don't have
do
to.
this thing, just to like live.
You don't have to go out and like,
Yeah.
marry the first girl you see.
Oh yeah, I guess like having female friends. Big controversial topic there. For some
Yeah,
reason.
it is. It is.
And building accountability and avoiding isolation, so you can plan a couple days a week to like which days you're gonna go out. I think I might even do more. I want to start playing basketball, like just go out, like I should go buy basketball. I don't want to do that.
Sure, you know, get better at basketball.
Yeah, just like go in the evenings, like the days that there's no, like I was thinking like just doing some drop-in basketball, but like my gym has basketball.
Yeah.
It's for you. And it might be pretty painful because like a lot of guys there like play overseas and stuff. Okay, yeah. Building accountability and avoiding isolation. So understanding how your self-improvement leads to feeling solitary, which means, you know what that means? Solitary. It's kind of like confinement, like in prison. You
You just stay inside, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, or just like you're kind of being like isolated, like singled out, being it makes you alone
Yeah.
because no one else is improving themselves, so they're gonna like A, want you to not stop working yourself, and B, well, I guess it's first that they're not gonna be improving themselves with you
Mm.
because it's hard. And having an ideal evening routine. So we encourage you to experiment with evening routines and find what works best for you. And I want to pose a question. What's one change you can make to your evening routine tonight that will help you live a fuller, more balanced life? And what do you think, Kat? What would help you? What would help your evening routine?
I should journal more. I should reflect more. I feel like I feel like what I should do is start reflecting more, like journal like my thoughts more, like even meditate on it. Just basically just journal more. I noticed that sometimes I feel like when I have everything on track, it's like, well, I don't need to journal. I'm good. But it's like there's still like unknown like struggles we have, like unknown trauma that we have within us that like I need to like just put it down on the book, you know, on the book, on the journal book, right?
Yeah.
So even if it's like I'm just staring at the blank piece of paper, I should just still commit to doing it in that time period, right? Like for like 1 hour or 30 minutes. I think 1 hour is too long, but like 30 minutes at most.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So actually, yeah, that when I commit to doing that, I'll become more self-aware and have more of a clear picture on like what I need to improve on. How about you?
For me, like we're gonna have this call together to generally on the phone, like at 6 p.m. every day, but also tonight. I know that I like there was two nights last year while we were in that emotional intelligence program that I completed my whole like evening routine. It takes like 2 hours to do, but like the next like day, I felt like so relaxed because I started early and all that stuff, and like it took like a lot of effort to commit to it, but it was really worth it, and I'd like to get back to that. And a fuller, more balanced life. Yeah, it's just like starting early and doing meditation. Like I love meditation. It's just the only problem is that I never give myself time for it. Like meditation, journaling, like nothing can go wrong. It's like having a shield pretty much. Like when you take care of all your areas.
I feel like meditation and journal are literally the fundamental of something. I feel like honestly,
Yeah.
it's so fundamental. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
And there's like fitness too, but that's like different kinds of fitness. Like there's like weightlifting. Like I need to do some like recovery. I gotta stop doing sports. I'm just getting more and more tight. I can't even like shoot the puck. Or maybe my stick's too short, so I can't really tell.
Do you stretch?
Yeah. Maybe
Maybe you should like more deeper
you see me
stretch.
stretching. Yeah, I got a little
You
app.
do like
too.
little like warm up stretch.
Exactly. I gotta give myself time for that.
Yeah, deeper stretch.
Yeah, we can work on that together.
Yeah.
And the next episode is going to be about we don't know because we kind of make this on the spot. But we'll probably have another episode next Monday. We'll definitely because that's how we roll. And we'll see you then.
Yeah.
Peace out.
And make sure you always make yourself amazing even beyond your grades. And by that word, see y'all next time.